Get myself together. Get myself together. Good afternoon, everyone. How are you? It's your girl Tyra with the sauce. Tyra Jacqueline, you know I got some sauce. It's a beautiful Friday afternoon. How are you guys doing? Do me a favor if you are watching me live, throw one in the chat. If you're watching me on replay, toss a two in that chat. Show me some love. Of course, you got any questions for me? Y'all know how to. Y'all can go ahead and text me at that number. You can also inbox me. I'll be. You know I get to y'all. Y'all know what I do. And for those of you who don't know what I'm gonna do, anyway, I named this segment "Stop Holding Yourself Back," because a lot of you people, myself included, a lot of people get in their own ways of progress. People wonder why they're not progressing, why they're not moving forward. It's because you're standing in your own way. Okay. So, for those of you who don't know what I do, or for some of those who do know what I do, I help people with credit and ultimately your finances as well. My goal is to help you change your mindset about your finances and for you to have a better relationship with your finances. Because here's the thing, when you screw up your credit, let's say you get your credit repaired and you restore it. Guess what? That's not saying much, even though you might have that temporary fix. If you don't change your mindset about your finances, you're gonna go right back to bad credit. So, my goal is to help you increase your scores, but my passion is to help you change your mindset. People get in their own ways. Okay, like for example, you ask for help for a professional, you don't do what they tell you to do, or you stop the program. But here's the thing. You'll have people that say, well, I can't afford credit repair. Okay, but here's the truth. You can afford what you want to afford. And let me tell you how you do that. Stop hanging out. Stop going to clubs. Stop going to happy hours. Stop going to the bar. Stop, cut down on your alcohol. Stop eating out. Those are six things I just named. They're sacrifices, right? Like the majority of people I work with want to become homeowners. So what do? You have to make sacrifices for the things that you want. If it's really important to you, you will make a sacrifice or a few sacrifices temporary for it. And so the issue that people have is they don't understand about the sacrifices that they need to make in order to reach their goals. Like a house is just not going to fall into your lap. You're going to have to work on some things if your credit is bad. You're going to have to save some money if you don't have the money to close. Because I'm going to tell y'all the truth. When it comes to grants and stuff, you can't 100% rely on those because grants run out. Okay? All right. So, with that being said, let's talk about why your money isn't where it needs to be, first and foremost. And I've talked about this before. And but before I even go into that, I wrote something on my wall earlier about how your personal credit revolves around your entire life, and it's going to dictate a lot of things in your life, unless you marry rich. Okay, so your personal credit dictates a lot in your life. Your life rise and falls on your personal credit. If you don't believe me, here are the examples. Your credit is going to determine your zip code. So if you live in a place and a lot of people have bad credit and they have bad finances, you're going to live in certain neighborhoods. Okay, so because you live in certain neighborhoods, now your children's education is affected. Okay, all right, so zip codes, your children's education. All right, what else? Your insurance, your car insurance. You live in certain neighborhoods, your insurance might be higher because of where you live. Okay, but guess what? What one of two of the things that help you determine where you live is the money and the credit. Okay, so your insurance and premiums. How about life insurance and premiums? If y'all ain't got nothing else, y'all better have some life insurance. Okay, your life insurance premium. So now, since your bad credit is determining your neighborhood, how dangerous is your neighborhood? A lot of people want to get out of the neighborhoods that they're in. Okay, think about that. So they're in this neighborhood. So now, because you're also living in this certain neighborhood, the place where you live may be dangerous or undesirable. Your kids may be getting a crappy education. What else? Oh, your food. Guess what? Your food is crappy. So when you go to less desirable neighborhoods, you're going to go to their supermarkets and the quality of the food is horrendous. Okay? So let's talk about, once again, now your credit is determining the lack of quality food that you have. Think about that. All right? So we say your insurance premiums. Let's talk about your, because if the taxes are lower as well, that means the school district ain't the best. What else? Your life insurance premiums as well. Okay? So these are a lot of things, like I said, rises and falls on your credit. Now, did y'all know when it comes to employment, there are employers, while they don't check your credit score, they can check your credit report. Okay? So you got all types of crazy stuff, collections and late payments and charge-offs, bankruptcies, all that stuff on your credit. Now this employee is saying, you know what, I'm not trying to hire you because you're not responsible. So why should I hire you? So there, you do have an employment score, okay? That's called a hiring index. For that may be a new term for some of you guys, but yes, you have a higher index. And for my clients who are on my personal credit program, you can check your higher index and your port. Okay. So with that being said, what about you people who are in the military? When your credit is bad, you can't get the clearances you want. So that will hold you back, as I understand, for maybe ranks or getting certain jobs, all that kind of stuff. So you got to clean up your credit when you go to the military. I know someone who had to do it. So, and there's so many more things that your credit will determine. And with all those things being said, I just need you guys to, once you get on a plan, if your goal is actually to become a homeowner, if your goal is to elevate yourself, if your goal is to live in a different neighborhood or move out of somewhere else and get different experiences in your life, then you need to work on your credit because your credit dictates so much. All right. So now another thing I like to talk about, of course, is some financing things when it comes to money that you can do to help yourself. All right. So let's talk about 5 things to help yourself with your finances. Number one, you should be making a budget. Everyone should budget, period. I don't care how much money you do or don't have. Budget, budget, budget. Another thing is to, okay, let me talk a little bit about that budgeting. I'm sorry. Let me talk a little bit about that budgeting. You got your income. Take 80% of that income, turn that into 100 and stash the other 20%. So one thing for you to do is good. If your job, I know most jobs have direct deposit now, right? What you want to do is take 20% of your money and just have it go to a different account every 2 weeks when you get paid. That way you won't touch the money. And another thing, the money that you are saving, you need to be putting that in a high yield savings account. Stop wasting your time at commercial banks. So if you got a bunch of savings in whatever bank you use, not talking about the credit unions, okay? If you got savings in whatever bank you use, take your savings out of that and get yourself a high yield savings account. You're like, Tyra, I don't know what a high yield savings account is, so let me tell you what a high yield savings account is. So for a lot of banks, you got to have at least $1,000 in your savings account in order to see, if y'all ever notice, if you look at your bank statements, it might say plus 1 cent. every month, or plus 2 cents, plus 3 cents. Yeah. So that's you getting like a 0.001 return on your money. So I know y'all hear people on YouTube. If y'all heard people period say you got to have your money work for you. So a high yield savings account is going to have your money work harder for you rather than you working harder for your money. Remember, work smarter, not harder. Have your money working harder for you. So, for example, if you have $1,000 and you have a high yield savings account that's at 5%, your return on that high yield savings account is 5% off that $1,000. That means in a year's time, you would have gained just $50. $50, you not doing any extra work, even if you don't put any additional money in it. But guess what? Because you're saving, and for those of you who want to purchase a home, because you're going to want to save at least 10 grand for those of you who want to purchase a home, put it in that high yield savings account. Now do the math on that. 5% of 10 grand is what? $500 after a year. Like I said, have your money work for you. Work smarter, not harder. That's what I want y'all to do. Work smarter, not harder. So if you don't have a high yield savings account, I do have access to one with higher, even higher than 5%. So I need y'all to get with me on that one, okay? So if you need a high yield savings account, say, Tyra, I do. Me. I'm gonna hook you up, okay? All right, so we got that. So, second thing, don't have an emergency fund. Rainy days. Rainy days also happens. They can happen to anybody. So you do need to have something stashed away for a rainy day. But let me tell you about the problem with just having a rainy day fund. Because if you have the rainy day fund and that rainy day comes, now you don't have anything else. I hope y'all just picked up what I dropped. So you need to have more stashed away than a rainy day. Okay? Number 3, no financial goals. You need to set financial goals for yourself. I want to have X amount of dollars saved by, you know, by December 31st. Now, when you actually have a goal, any type of goal, always remember the date. The actual date needs to be written down, because without it being written down, if your goal is not written down, it's just a dream. It's just a thought. So you want X amount of dollars by December 31st, or whatever your date is, in your excuse me, in your savings account. And for my clients who are in my program, my personal credit program, you have a savings goal that tells you how much you need to save per month to have X amount of dollars. Okay? Very, very, very important. Next thing that you need to do to work on your finances is stop carrying high credit card balances. And many people think that the magic number is 30%. It is not. Ideally, your credit card should only carry a balance of under 10%. Okay? 1 to 9%. Even if you do 0 to 9%, make sure you use your credit cards now. If you're just using them for bubblegum, that's fine. But let's keep those balances low. So, like, if you get any bonuses at work, put them towards those credit card balances and your savings, okay? Any extra money you're making, put it towards those credit card balances and your savings. Stash it away. Stop buying shoes. You probably, I'm a girl, you don't need no more shoes. Because your feet, you grown, that means your feet not growing no more, okay? Stop buying shoes. Stop buying Jordans. All that stuff. Y'all keep stop supporting all these billionaires, and you're not doing nothing for yourself. Because you think those shoes are doing something for you, except for making you feel good temporarily. Guess what? You buy that house, that's going to make you feel good for a long time, especially 30 years. Okay? So what I need y'all to do, girl, don't buy no more shoes, don't buy no more Jordans, all that stuff. There's been people that jump in my inbox talking about they need help with their credit, but they also showing off these Jordans was $225, but you ain't had no money to fix your credit. I need y'all to get your minds right. That's the thing. And I want to help y'all do that. Okay? And the fifth one about some better financial habits, which is probably number one, is you only have one stream of income. Having one stream of income is too close to having zero. Because if something happens to that one stream, you're going to be CYA. So what you going to do? I got a client right now. She worked full time. She do hair and she cook dinners. And you know what she said? She said, "Oh no, no, no! I gotta make my money. I gotta make my money more than one way." I said, "Amen to that." I salute you, ladies that got the patience to do hair and stuff, because I don't. That's why I pay y'all to do my hair. But I love it because you got a skill. A lot of us have bankable skills that can make you money. And Steve Harvey said, "What do you do that's easy for you? What can you do that's easy to you that you can do with the least amount of effort and monetize that?" Think about that. Having one stream of income will keep you broke. So I need for y'all to get a second stream of income. At the least, get a second stream of income. If you get a third one, I love it even more. Get a second stream of income. If that looks like for you getting a part-time job along with your full-time, I mean, most people working from home, right? Get yourself a part-time work from home job. Do it. Go ahead. If that's what that looks like for you. If you DoorDash, if you Uber, if you Lyft driver, all that good stuff. The person I just let me see y'all. I got two cats. Every week I go through 40 pounds of litter. Every week. And who dropped my litter off? Somebody that do DoorDash. 40 pounds litter. Got four of those bad boys. So I'm saying all that to say, get a second stream of income. Because only having one is too much like having none. Okay? All right, y'all. So I'm about to sign off. I'm about to get my medicine. I don't think y'all want to hear about my medicine or anything. So I'm going ahead and I'm going to sign off. Thank you so much for all you who listened to me. I'm going to drop the link for my free ebook of credit tips. And if you sign up for my free ebook of credit tips, you're also going to get credit tips to drip on you every month. You get credit tips. So I'm going to drop that in the comments. Okay, guys. And if you need any help or you know someone that needs help, you want to refer somebody that needs some help to me, I'm here. As y'all know, taps me right here. Number below. I'm going to go off screen if I do too much. But number below, 844-243-4901. Text credit to that number. Anything. Y'all can catch me on other platforms, all that stuff. So, y'all have fun. Y'all be safe out here in these streets. And have a great weekend.